Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you having a great Wednesday. Hope all of you having a great week. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, we got a jam-packed video for you today. We got not one, not two, but 3 topics to go over. One of those being, and no, this is not a joke, this is the realio dealio, Ed Orgeron is expressing interest in the LSU job. That's going to be interesting. But we also got to talk about how Nick Saban has finally spoke out about the Lane Kiffin situation and what he thinks he should do there. And last but not least, we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself. He's on the cover of your NCAA 26 video game, Ryan Williams. He's still struggling to catch the football. What is going on with him? We got a plethora of topics to talk about. I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited as well. Hope you're getting ready for Halloween. I just got those in there. It is my second favorite holiday. I love this time of the year. Right where it's starting to get cold, around 45, 50 degrees. Oh, yeah, it's raining every day. That's my type of weather. But this is not a weather channel. Last time I checked, this is a football channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. First things first, let's get into this Ed Orgeron situation. We're not going to spend too long to talk about it, but I did find it interesting. So I figured, hey, why not? I share with y'all. In regards of returning to the LSU job, here's what he had to say, and I quote, "I'd love to. Are you kidding me? I just got to get in my truck, and I'll be there today." The funny thing about this is, if you know Ed Orgeron, you know dang well he is not kidding. I've seen him talk about it from time to time. He's been doing some public interviews, and he has stated he's ready to get back into coaching, and I don't blame him. He's bored. That's the problem a lot of these coaches and these athletes face when they retired. Yeah, it's fun to sit around the house and do whatever for 6 months to a year, maybe 2 or 3 years, but eventually you get tired and you miss competing. It's one of the things that I can speak for myself, but I can't speak for you. It gets me up every single morning. I love to compete. I know a guy like Orgeron, he's missing it, but on a serious note, is LSU going to consider him? Heck to the no. We know that's not going to happen. I'll tell you this much, and we'll end it off here. He would be a good interim head coach for LSU the remainder of the season, but as a long-term plan, absolutely not. I don't know if there's a better fit for LSU than Ed Orgeron when it comes to relatability, but when it comes to X's and O's, not so much. There's a reason he got fired. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Moving along here to topic number 2. Let's take a look at what Saban had to say about this LSU, Florida, and Ole Miss job. Quote unquote, jobs that weren't great jobs before are now. Lane is the first name up for the Florida and the first name up for LSU, but I think can have a long debate on whether either one of those jobs is actually better than the job he has now, because he has some guys over there at Ole Miss that give him pretty much whatever he wants from a roster standpoint. Maybe you got alumni who are passionate about football, but are they willing to invest what you have to invest now to win? Because a lot of people don't believe in that crap, and you didn't say crap, but I'm going to mark that out because as y'all know, this is a family-friendly channel. Well, sometimes it's not when we read the comment section, but that's not stuff I'm saying. I'm just reading off your guys' weird Frankie-dinky comments. To go back to Nick Saban's point, I've said it a billion times. I guess I'll say it again here. Why would Kiffin leave Ole Miss? You win 8 to 10 games per year there. There'll be a statue of you. And he already has a playoff team. He has the resources. They give him enough money to compete in the NIL and transfer portal era. To me, this is nothing more, nothing less than common sense. And I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I beat you to it, Nick Saban. I've been saying this for weeks. It'd be a little bit different if the NIL boosters and alumni didn't believe in Lane Kiffin's mission and plan, and they weren't giving him enough doubloons to compete in the NIL department. But they are doing that. This isn't the first time I've said it. It's not going to be the last. Kiffin, he's not going anywhere. Moving along here to the main topic, the main encore, main reason you clicked onto this video. What in the world is still, let me say that word again, is still going on with Ryan Williams? I tweeted this out during the Alabama game. Ryan Williams dropped a pass? Huh? Yeah. Must be an Alabama football game, and that's how it feels. It really does. If you see number 2 wearing crimson and white drop a football pass, that is how you know you are watching an Alabama football game. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. It's nothing but love. I got all love for Ryan Williams. I'm rooting for him. Heck, y'all know this. I'm a Bama fan. Do you think I enjoy getting up here and critiquing this man? Well, fun fact for you, I don't, but I have to call things for how I see it. I'm being harsh on him because I expect a lot out of him. This is stuff I would say to my friends in my everyday life, my former teammates back when I used to compete, or my brother, anybody I have a relationship with. Let's address the elephant in the room, and no, I did not intend on that being a pun or a joke because Alabama, their mascot is the elephants, but you get the point. Ryan Williams is still struggling. And when I say struggling, it is so frustrating. Because outside of the drop, he was magnificent. He was great. against South Kakalaki. He was Alabama's #1 wide receiver. He finished the day with 7 catches. I'll show it to you right here. He had 7 catches for 72 yards. But one of the biggest plays of the game, it was 4th down. Alabama was up 14-6. He catches that. Alabama's easily in field goal range. Bare minimum going up 17-6. Who knows? They might score a touchdown on that drive. He drops I'm talking about a wide open pass. It was a perfectly thrown ball, and heck, it was almost like a punt. He had to wait on it, and it looked like he messed up his timing a little bit with his feet. He wound up tripping, and he just dropped it. I could sit up here for the next 3 to 4 minutes and come up with all the excuses in the world. There are no excuses. He just dropped the football. And I'm sick and tired of all these people trying to come up with excuses for Ryan Williams. Say, oh, well, mentally, it's hard. He's dealing with all this. No. You're just dropping the football. Stop with the excuses. Take accountability. And I'm talking to the fans. Just sit up there and say, hey, Ryan Williams, he's not a good catcher of the football at the moment. Maybe he'll work on that. Maybe he can improve. I've played a ton of sports in my life. I don't want this to come off as brash, arrogant, and cocky. Maybe it does. But I'm here to tell you, catching a football is one of the most routine things you can do in this life as an athlete. It is very routine stuff, and I mean that when I say it is the easiest thing you can do. I'd say fielding a ground ball, for those of you who don't know, I played baseball as well. It's harder than catching a football because a ground ball, it can take a bad hop. You got to adjust to it, but a perfectly thrown spiral like Ty Simpson throws to Ryan Williams, no, it's not going to take a bad hop. You know where it's going. You know where it's coming at. And that's why it irks me so much, and that's why I'm so passionate about this situation. It pisses me off for a guy to be as talented as Ryan Williams is, to be as special as he is, to be bad at something that is just so simple. I've had so many people on Twitter ask me, well, Matt, why do you think he's dropping these passes? Do you think he can work on this? Do you think he can work on that? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's no fix to this. It is simple hand-eye coordination. Nothing more, nothing less. It goes back to something I've always believed in. Some athletes, they got it. And right now, Ryan Williams, he doesn't have it. I've seen a lot of people say this as well. Well, oh, he's in a sophomore slump. No. My brother in Christ. This isn't a slump. He's been dropping passes every single game this year. Here's another thing I want to talk about before we end out this video. It is quite clear and evident, I tried telling people this in the offseason, who Alabama's wide receiver #1 is. Jeremy Bernard. It's not even up for debate at this point. Early on, some people were trying to argue with me, saying, Matt, remember Ryan Williams? He did the twirly twirl 3000 against Georgia. I said, I don't care. Shut up, you nerd, you dork. It's Jeremy Bernard, and you're going to learn this season, and well, you've seen it. But one interesting thing to note is not only is Bernard wide receiver 1, Kevin DeBoer and Ryan Grubb, they trust Bernard way more. Have you noticed late in the game that Bernard, he'll take some carries? Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. Carries at the running back position. You saw it against Kakalaki. He finished the game as the second leading rusher, which is not really a good thing, but he had 3 carries for 23 yards. And against Georgia in that game, which was, I know, dang near a month ago, he had 5 carries in that one. So as disappointing as the drops have been for Ryan Williams, and let me throw this in there, outside of the drops, Ryan Williams has been fantastic this year. It's just the drops are so devastating. But moving off of that, Mr. Jeremy Bernard has been Mr. Reliable, Mr. Consistent. Nobody has improved their draft start this year more than Bernard. I think he'd be a great wide receiver 2 in the NFL. Not a wide receiver 1, but wide receiver 2. I could see him, I'd say early second round, worst case scenario, late second round pick. We'll see what happens there. Do want to talk about this a little bit? Let me know your thoughts down below. But